Wondering when is the right time to invest in the market, and how do you determine whether you're rich or not? Many people think that being rich and being wealthy is the same, but there is a difference. The rich have money, but the wealthy do not have to worry about money. Today, I'm going to share with you 8 different levels of wealth, breaking down each levels and what you need to level up to the next stage, starting from financial dependence to financial abundance. At each level, we will look at the important financial areas that we need to start building on before proceeding on to the next. And at the end, you'll find that there's a mindset shift from focusing on trying to earn money and trying to live to support your life, to living your life fullest without worrying about money. So if you're new here, now realize this is a YouTube channel started by my boyfriend and I. And on this channel, we talk about life, happiness as we pursue our goals. Starting from level 0 of wealth, you start out as a noob, a newbie. This is where you're financially dependent on someone else. Perhaps you're still a child, where your parents are still caring for you. You might be still a student as well. Or if, let's say, your income cannot provide with your daily needs at that point of time and you still need to depend on someone else to financially survive. On the next level, which is level 1, is where you progress from being a total newbie to become someone who is financially solvent. You learn how to supplement your needs with what you earn, and you do not have to depend on anyone else for help, and you're able to meet whatever debt requirements at a point. Level 2 is where you become financially stable, where to me it is really a turning point because you'll be able to support your basic needs and debt requirements, and you have excess money to really start building your financial pyramid. You can start by building your emergency funds. Dave Ramsey actually recommends to start off with at least $1,000. After that, do not succumb to lifestyle inflation as you are not done yet. Continue to pay off your debts and start putting excess money into clearing your high interest debts such as car loan, student loan, or even your credit card debts. After paying off all your high interest debts and building up $1,000 emergency funds, you will arrive at level 3 where you become financially free. Don't stop there and continue to build up 6 to 9 months of your emergency funds. At the same time, look into putting various protection in place. So what I mean by protection is looking at insurance to cover your health, accident, as well as critical illness. So medical cost is something that you have to look into, especially this day and age where the rising medical costs could greatly impact your savings and what you have earned so far. So having insurance in place does help you to protect whatever wealth you have built on from level 1 until now. If you do have any dependents, do look at getting a life insurance. And at level 3, being financially free also means that you are able to make life decisions without being too stressed about the financial impact because you're prepared. With 6 to 9 months of emergency fund, you'll be able to have a cushion in case of any income inflow. And you can control your finances instead of being controlled by them. After sorting out level 3, we'll arrive at level 4. Level 4 is to expand your financial freedom and start building your wealth. Some of us will stay at this stage for a long time before arriving to the next stage, which is, to me, retirement. And how fast we can get into retirement, it greatly depends on what's your lifestyle and what's your expectations. So before I did mention about lifestyle inflation, having a lot of money, looking at your bank at 6 months and 9 months, you will think that, hey, you're rich, you can maybe possibly spend more. It's so different from, let's say, when you're level 1, when you just started out. Once you find that you have the surplus money, you might find yourself spending more and treating ourselves a bit better. For example, you can decide to go on travel trips, buying designer bags or shoes, find yourself dining out more often, or even buying a car. So this is what we call lifestyle inflation. and we tend to increase our spending as we earn more. Those who are wise will be able to balance this together with their long-term goals. Being at level 4 is not enough for us to retire. There's still a long way to go. So then how much do we need to retire? By calculating a number, which is our retirement number, it will help us continue to stay track and have a goal for us to work towards. Because once you reach that number, you know that, hey, I can decide not to work. When I first started, I have no idea how to calculate such numbers, and luckily my financial planner is able to visually map out how much I really need. It helps me stay prudent with my spending because I know that I still have a long way to go, and this number may seem really intimidating at first, but as you go on to build out your journey and level up, it will become much more easier by breaking down into smaller steps. So level 4 is really a stage where you work towards your retirement, you continue to save, and this is a stage where you can start looking at investing your money. Investments can really help us grow our wealth significantly using the power of compounding. Okay, the next stage will be level 5, where you are financially secured. This is where your annual cash flow actually meets your basic expenses. It is where your passive incomes outside your work can cover your basic survival expenses. It can be from rental, fixed deposits, stock markets, insurance, endowment plans, businesses, which comes in the form of interest income, dividend income, business income, or capital gain by selling the assets. Level 5, in other words, is where you arrive at lean FIRE, financially independent, retire early. To know that if you have arrived at this stage, you can use a method called the 4% rule. And this rule is derived from the Trinity studies to calculate roughly how much you need for retirement. It states that 4% of your retirement savings can cover your 1 year worth of retirement spending. In another way, it is saving up to 25 times your annual retirement spending. It is annual expenses multiplied by 25. Right now, you're spending $3,000 per month. You will multiply by 12 months and 25 years, and it will be 900,000. And if you spend 5,000 per month, multiply by 12 months and 25 years, you will arrive at 1.5 million to retire. This number would vary depending if you spend more or spend less. Having a lean FIRE number is a good way to start working towards your retirement funds. Also, for these studies, there's some limitations with the 4% rule because this rule applies to if you're retiring for less than 30 years. Like anything more than 30 years, there might be slight variation, and there's a possibility that you need more if you're looking at retiring early. And for level 5, since it's just lean FIRE where you can only cover your basic survival expenses, to everyone it might be really very tight. It means that you cannot travel, you cannot buy things that you desire or dine out as often. It's really very basic. Hence, it's always good to keep your lifestyle inflation at a reasonable level so that when you're younger, you can save more and arrive at your lean FIRE number as quickly as you can. Level 6 is true financial dependence. It is where you build out your wealth enough to provide an annual cash flow that can support your current expenses and your current lifestyle. And this is what we call FIRE. Level 5 of financial security is lean FIRE that covers only your basic needs and expenses, while level 6 is to maintain your current lifestyle. You're not only able to cover your lifestyle needs, you can also cover your lifestyle wants, such as dining out and traveling. For me, I'm trying to maximize my CPF retirement account by arriving at lean FIRE as soon as possible by choosing to move my ordinary account to my special account. I will be able to earn a 4% interest on a yearly basis instead of a 2.5% interest. And this will fill the 4% interest as outlined from the Trinity studies. And having that cushion in place, I'll be able to continue to reach my lean fire once I reach a certain number that I have in mind. Building on that are my other investment areas to arrive at my fire amount. My desired goal is to really reach fire within the next 10 years, but right now, as I have calculated, I'll probably need about 13 years or so before I can reach fire, of course with the assumption that my current expenses don't increase over time. If you want to continue to retire as a rich person, riding on first-class planes and living in luxury villas, then you will need to continue to level up to level 7. Level 7 will be Fat Fire, where you can have the luxury of enjoying so much excess money that you can indulge in really life's extravagant things. And the last level is level 8. It is a level of financial abundance, where you have so much money that you can never run out of. Top 1% in the world, people like Bill Gates, they are so rich that they do not have to worry that money will run out for them and for their next few generations. Once you are privileged to arrive at this stage, then you'll be able to change the world. And being at the level of financial abundance, it's no longer the pursuit of luxury things, statuses. You're able to impact even more people in a bigger way. It doesn't take any specific money to be happy. Money is something that we can have more or less of. And once you realize that money isn't the end goal of life, eventually what you do with your money and how you choose to live your life is more important. The reason why so many people are striving to reach fire is to have more time on their hands, to spend on their passion and people that they love. And I want to do so as well. I hope this video has been helpful in breaking down the different levels of wealth, from financial dependence to financial abundance. If you are a big picture person like me, it is good to have an overview on where we are in our wealth building journey and to strive to level up to the next level. If you have enjoyed this video, please click the like button. And if you'd like to join us in our journey, please subscribe to this channel or our Medium publication to encourage us to share even more on our realization on life and happiness. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.